Are you single and ready for a real, lasting connection? Stop waiting. Start preparing for the love you deserve. Welcome to Singles Seeking Soulmate, Skool, the ultimate space for growth-minded singles who are serious about love, commitment, and building a future with the right partner. Men and women 25 plus looking to be relationship ready. Those with a growth mindset, eager to become their best self. Serious about commitment and marriage, financially stable and employed. Open to networking, friendship, and possible romance. Join Singles Seeking Soulmate Skool today and step into your best love-ready self. Contact me today for a free 30-day trial of Skool.
It's Sunday afternoon, and I just wanted to jump on really quickly. I want to invite you to join me tonight at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will be over on Dr. L's podcast over on YouTube. So Dr. L's, there you go, Dr. L, Hypothesis S, podcast tonight at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that's the number one reason why I'm coming on, is I want to invite you to a live that we're doing over there. Tonight, myself, V Mindful, and Trey Kearney, we are all coming together with Dr. L, and we are talking about some of the issues that men have in dating and relationships today. So the last time we did the podcast, we talked about the issues that, excuse me, y'all, this pollen. We talked about the issues that women have, and tonight, I'm gonna drink something, hold on. There's something stuck in my throat, and it's this pollen, this stuff in the air. That's why I got to get out of Virginia. But tonight we're going to talk about the things that are holding the men back. So the problems and issues that we see with men and dating and relationships. That's what we're talking about tonight. Okay, so tonight, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Dr. L's podcast. Join us live. But I wanted to come on because I will be taking a break. I will be taking a step away from my platforms for the month of June. And today's June 1st. So his podcast will probably be the last thing that I'm doing. I may do a live with someone because I have promised to do a live. So I may be doing a live also. But, outside of that, I will not be on either one of my platforms. I have some content that I've already created that I'm just going to push out. But outside of that, I won't be going live. I won't be creating any new content in the month of June because I have a couple of courses I need to take, CEUs I need to finish so I can get my licensure. But I wanted to make this video today. This is a much, much needed video. I talk to my female clients about this all of the time. And I'm going to be frank, ladies. This is the number one reason why you're struggling. You are struggling in dating. You are struggling in relationships because of this number one thing. This is the number one thing that I see over and over and over again. And here's the reality. You're not going to win. You're not going to be successful until you can overcome this one thing. You want to know what it is? You ready? You put more stock in how you feel about a man, right? And what he means to you than how he makes you feel. How you feel about yourself when you're with him. You focus entirely on what he has, what he looks like, how charming he is, how tall he is, how charismatic he is, and him checking all the boxes for you. You forget the fact that he don't know how to treat you. You forget the fact that he don't be calling you like that. He don't be texting you like that. That he don't really like you like that. And so you are constantly chasing this projection, this fantasy of the man that you have in your mind. And, you keep eating up breadcrumbs. You keep putting up with foolishness because you feel a way about him. You don't even stop to think, how does this man make me feel? How does this man treat me? And how does he make me feel? And a lot of you all don't feel good. You don't feel good in the presence of a man. You definitely don't feel good when you're away from him. That's a big red flag. That's the number one thing that I tell women. How you feel when you're with him is one thing. How do you feel when you're not with him? And most of y'all don't feel good. You feel ignored. You feel dismissed. You feel like, okay, he's not showing up. He's not around. He's not calling. He's not texting. He's not making plans to see me. I feel anxious. I feel like I have to do more and give more and perform. And, I feel like he's got all these other women that I'm competing with for his time and attention. You never, ever stop to think about how this man makes you feel. And here's the shortcut answer. You ready? If you feel horrible with this man, if you feel horrible when y'all are away from each other because of all the uncertainty, all the unknowns, all the things that ain't happening, all the ways that he is not showing up for you, that he is not prioritizing you, maybe that's the answer. But you are so stuck on who you think, he is to you or how you feel about him. That's a woman that will never win. You will never win with men. Never. The second I don't feel good most of the time with a man, that's the moment that I just go, well, this not for me. This not for me. This man is not for me. Because I feel anxious. I feel insecure. I feel, if I feel unsettled, I don't hear from you. There's no reassurance. There's no consistency. There's no showing up for me. There's no initiating for me to reciprocate. That's the answer. But you are overly invested. A lot of women are overly invested in a man. You're overly invested in him being the person you want and need him to be. Or you're overly invested in the projection of him. Your projection onto him and what he could be. Not what he is right now. Not how he's showing up today. Because if you're really honest with yourself, he ain't showing up. You're not feeling good. You're not feeling prioritized. You're not feeling like this person really cares about you. And it shows in his actions. You're not feeling that. But instead, you focus on your feelings for him. And the love, and y'all love to throw around that. Well, I love it in him. I love him. I care about him. And easier said than done. Here we go. You are so focused on your feelings for him. That's all really that you got. Can we be real? That's really all you have is how you feel about him. You don't have nothing coming back toward you. You don't have no feelings from him to you. You literally running on fumes talking about how you feel about him and all the boxes that he checked and all the ways in which he shows up and this and that and the third. Forget the fact that you feel awful most of the time. And look, y'all, I'm speaking from experience. The last person that I dated, this is exactly what happened. And this is why I just shut it down. I took stock of that thing. I was like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. When I'm with this person, it's fun. It's interesting, right? It feels somewhat good. I can't even say it felt great. It feels somewhat good. We have fun. We have conversations. We do stuff, right? But the second I wasn't with him, here we go. It's like I didn't exist. Can I be honest? It was like I didn't even exist. And I could feel that. I could feel energetically. It was like I just didn't exist. It was one of those, see you when I see you. It was that energy. See you when I see you. And when we're together, it's great. But when we're not, it's like we don't exist to each other. I was like, nah, this ain't good. And look, this is definitely not what I want. That's the number one thing you got to ask yourself. Is this what you want? Is this what you want? And most of y'all, the answer is no. This is not what I want. This doesn't feel good. I'm spending most of the time feeling bad, feeling insecure, feeling unsettled. My nervous system is completely dysregulated. That's the truth. That's the truth. But you know what? All right, I'm back, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm driving back home. But if you told yourself the truth, see, the reason why you don't tell yourself the truth, because you'd have to do something about it. You'd actually have to do something about it. If you told yourself the truth, which is more often than not, I don't feel good with this person. I don't feel good dating this person. I don't feel good in the relationship. I feel insecure and unsettled. I feel anxious most of the time. My nervous system is dysregulated. I don't feel prioritized. I don't feel like this person, in their actions is showing that they like me and they want to be with me. See, if you got real with yourself, you'd have to do something about it or accept the poor treatment. But a lot of women, we are famous for projecting onto a man all of our hopes and dreams, everything that we think he could be to us, and we never take the time to say, who is he right now? How is he showing up today? What is he doing right now? And the reality is nothing. He's doing nothing. He's not showing up at all. That's the reality. And we don't want to come to terms with that. He's not doing anything. He's doing the bare minimum or less than that. He's breadcrumbing you. He's not showing up. He's saying one thing and doing another. He's inconsistent. That's the reality. This was the last person that I dated. Okay, so for 6 months, my nervous system was a wreck. And I did not realize, wait a minute. This person isn't good for me. And forget how I feel about them. Forget the potential of it. Forget what it could be. This person isn't good for me. This person isn't good for my nervous system. They're not consistent. They're not showing up. It's just, it's not real. It's a fantasy. And it can't last. And sure enough, it didn't. But once that got deep in my soul, I was like, okay, I should have been done with this at month 2 or 3. It took about 6 months. But, hey, when I came to it, I came to it. And when I tell y'all I cut that thing clean off, ain't heard from them since. I cut that thing clean off. And I tell y'all, if that's the one gift I could give to every woman in the world, it's the gift of the surgeon's knife. I wish I could give that to every woman in the world as the surgeon's knife. I take that scalpel out. I cut that thing so clean. I cut that thing clean off. Okay, I cauterize it at the same time because I'm good. I'm done. There's no contact from that moment until forever. Like, I'm good. It's my superpower, if I may be honest. It's my superpower. Plenty of my girlfriends said, man, I wish I could do that. I wish I could do that thing Anita do. I don't know how she do it, but she do it. And we never hear about him again. And look, you had people in my life asking me every month for like 12 months. You heard from so-and-so? You heard from so? I said, look, baby, you don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. Because when I cut that thing clean off, okay, that thing is gone. Like it never existed. But this is the number one way. This is the number one reason why women are not winning. They're struggling. You all do not know how to gauge these men and these relationships by how do I feel when I'm with him? How do I feel when I'm not with him? That's what you will not ask yourself. And be honest. Be honest. And look, I had a friend during that time. I was dating this person. They were my mirror. They were like, Anita, you are a wreck. You are a wreck. And I was like, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. And then I was like, yes, I am. Yes, I am. When I'm not with this person, I'm not good. I'm not happy. I'm not. Yeah, that's when I realized they were right. I was a wreck. This thing was horrible on my nervous system. This is not a good person for me. This is not a stable, consistent, good person for me. She said, do you think it's because women are becoming more desperate for love? I mean, women have always been desperate for love. That ain't nothing new. Women have always been desperate for love. We were built for love. And so unfortunately, we don't know, we have not learned and don't know how to categorize a man and the relationship that we want. That's what I teach women. And until they learn that lesson and apply it every single time, they will lose. They always prioritize a specific man over the relationship. So they may they may get the man, but guess what? That particular man can't give them the relationship they want. And so they are miserable. They're with this particular man and they are miserable. And they're like, well, what is it? Why can't I be happy? Why can't I get married? Why can't I have kids? Why can't I have more time? Why can't I be a priority? Because you chose the man. You chose this particular man instead of the relationship you wanted. And those are my rules. 21 feminine principles. You must prioritize the relationship. And you must find a man that can give you the relationship you want. I guarantee you will be 100% happier if you do that. But you all don't do that. You find a man, and regardless of whether he's good for you or not, regardless of whether he's a good man or not, you squeeze him into the mold of the relationship you want. And when he don't fit, when he won't go in it, you still choose that man and you forgo the relationship that you want and you are miserable. And when you just can't take it anymore, then you and the man break up. But no, we're going about things backwards. And the fact that women are so overly invested in strangers, and y'all, I'm telling y'all this because I did it. I'm telling y'all this because I learned it through trial and error. I actually did this. I could look across a room at a man, and I kid y'all not, it was like our lives would flash before my eyes. The next 30 years would flash before my eyes just looking across a room at a man. So I know that's what y'all doing. But when I woke up and I grew up and I stopped doing that, and I just saw a valuable human being, I just saw a person that in my mind, okay, I don't know anything about him, so don't go building all your hopes and dreams on this dude. You don't know him. He's a stranger. But be open and see. This is the first thing I do now. Can he provide the relationship that I want? That's it. That's it. Is he a man of character? Is he godly in word and deed? Is he healthy and fit? Is he empathetic and kind? Can he give me the relationship that I want? That's it. Because all this other stuff, the height, the clothes, the charisma, the job, the money, the car, the dates, the trips, it is literally a momentary present day. Okay. You're not building a good life on that. You're not. You're not building a family on that. You're not building a consistent, stable, have your back. No, it's just momentary. All of those things are just, okay. Let's see, now it's about the relationship I want to have. That's what I prioritize. So I don't look at men anymore and see my whole life flash before my eyes, my future flash before my eyes with them. Not at all. I see a valuable, imperfect man, and I am open, I'm observant, and I am simply determining, can he give me the relationship that I want? That's it. Being with men who doesn't like you really hurts your self-esteem. Yes, I agree. And in my humble opinion, that's easy to determine. I don't know why we're acting like it's so hard to figure out if men like you or not. It's not hard. Remember, the language of men is doing. doing. It's not words. The only reason why men speak is because women like it. Women love words. Women fall in love with their ears. Men fall in love with their eyes. You got it? That is the only reason why men use words. If women never existed, men wouldn't be talking. Men would be grunting. Haven't you seen the caveman videos? And, haven't you seen those videos of what the men were like back in the day? They were grunting. They were grunting. They don't use words. It's about action. And women have got to be bilingual. That's the other thing. When I finally became bilingual and I learned the language of men, that's when I started winning. And let me tell you this, ladies, and this is not popular. I'm about to say something that's not popular. You ready? This is not a popular, train of thought. If you are single and you're living your life and you have a life to live, you have a rich, full life, you are winning. You are winning. See, y'all like to think, oh, Anita's not married. Anita don't have a man. She's not winning. Baby, yes, I am. Because remember, the only two options for me are a great man who is masculine, who's a leader, who takes initiative, who is warm and loving and kind and protective. So if I can't have this, then it's this. Anita is gloriously single. She has a life that she loves. She has people that love her and that she loves. She has purpose in the world. She has work that is fulfilling. She has great relationships with. That's it. So this is what equates to winning in my book. This or this. Okay? This is where I'm at now. If this should happen, I'll keep you posted. But that is winning for the feminine woman. That is winning. So that's not a very popular stance because we have been conditioned for thousands of years that winning is having a person with a penis. That's winning. Winning is having a ring on this finger, right? And being married to a person with a penis. That is winning. But ladies, you and I both know that a person with a penis and having this on your finger, there are a lot of people, women out there who are miserable and they have just that. They have a person with a penis and they have a ring on this finger and they are miserable. So in my humble opinion, that is one of the things that we're going to have to reprogram about ourselves. And y'all know how traditional I am. Okay, I don't know why the connection is acting up. I'm going to walk in. Yes, I believe, women should be married. Men should be married. But I believe that they should be married to good people. They should have good marriages. That's all. That's all. So that's the part I don't understand. I just believe they should be married to good people. So, yeah. But as long as you are prioritizing him and how you feel about him, you're not going to win. Because you have to be willing to say, how do I feel with him? How is he treating me? And how do I feel with him when I'm not with him and when I'm with him? Like, how do I feel? So not just how I feel about him. How do I feel? That's it. Okay, until we can do that, we're going to lose every time. But when I finally started doing that, when my self-respect was higher than how I felt about a man, when I got the scalpel, I'll never forget the day, y'all. I'll never forget the day I got the scalpel. It was the relationship I had after my divorce. So that relationship is when I said, okay, I've got to use my scalpel. I've got to use the sharpest knife I have and cut this off. And guess what? That man was a perfectly lovely man. But again, we weren't a good fit. and he was not able to give me the relationship that I wanted. And I have had my scalpel ever since then. And I encourage other women to get one too. So, and the relationship after that, and the relationship after that, like I said, this person can't give me the relationship that I want. They're a lovely person. They have a lot of good qualities about themselves, but if I stay in this relationship with this person, I won't get the relationship that I truly want. I'll have this person, but I won't have the relationship that I want. And right now, that is the priority. That or the wonderful life that I've created. So the relationship that I want, I'm not willing to let go of that. And for the record, it's not even a whole lot. Like, the relationship that I want is not even a whole lot. Because people are always, they're always challenging that. Well, maybe the relationship you want is too much. Here we go. It really isn't. It really isn't. But, that's the priority. Great man, giving me the relationship that I want, life on my own, and having the life that I want. That's it. That's it. Those are the only two things that a truly feminine, emotionally mature, healthy woman can have. Y'all are doing all this stuff in between. All that stuff in between, it does not exist for me. Okay? So that's it. In my humble opinion, that is a woman winning. She has this or she has this. Anything that's in between is not winning. It's not winning. The situationship, the friends with benefits, the casual sex, that's not winning. Staying with someone that makes you feel like crap, that's not winning. That's not winning. Sorry. So I had to come on and make this video because I've been talking about this. And women, they keep saying how stuck they are. They're not stuck. They just don't want to make the hard decision. And remember, the hard choice and the right choice is often the same choice. So you're not stuck. You are resistant. You are resistant to actually doing the hard thing. That's all that's happening. Okay? All right. Join us tonight, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Dr. L's podcast. I'm actually going to post this to Instagram right now, and then I'm going to run upstairs and edit it and post it to YouTube so that people can see it in time to watch tonight's live episode. Okay? But yes, this is the number one thing, in my humble opinion. This is the number one thing that's got women jacked up. That you're just not going to win. You're not going to win. All right. Have a great today's Saturday, Sunday. Today's Sunday. Oh my gosh. Have a great Sunday. It's beautiful here. I was supposed to be power washing the house today, but I don't know if I'm going to get to it because I got graduation parties and I got Zoom meetings and then I got to be on Dr. L's podcast at 7:30. So I'll probably be power washing the house tomorrow. But yeah, I'm going to take a break. So if you're wondering what's happening, I'm just taking my much needed break. Y'all know how I do now. I don't push myself past my limit when I feel myself getting frustrated. I'm like, well, I got to leave Instagram. I got to leave YouTube. I got to take a break. And that's what I do. So I'll see y'all when I get back. Have a great Sunday. And as always, stay open to love.